I'm about to show you step by step exactly how to get high paying coaching clients on Instagram. I use these tips to help Emily, a dating coach, make $4,000 and book out her low ticket program. Federica, a fertility coach, make 9,500 euros. And Megan, a coach for virtual assistants, make $27,000 in September. If you want to learn how you can do that too, keep watching, because you're about to find out. So when it comes to getting high-paying coaching clients on Instagram, there are really 3 keys to success that you need to have in place: grow, nurture, and invite. Grow, the first step is you need a way of growing your audience. In other words, you need something that you're doing on Instagram on a consistent basis to bring new followers into your audience and grow the number of people that are paying attention to you. Nurture, the second step, is you need a really good way of warming those people up that are coming into your audience and getting to know you so they start to see you as someone they want to work with. And then invite, that third piece, is you need to lay out the red carpet for the people who are ready to take that next step and explore working with you on a deeper level so that they know what to do next and know where to go if they want to take those next steps. So next, I want to break down each of these 3 areas and show you exactly what you need to be doing on Instagram in order to check these 3 boxes. And once you have these 3 keys in place, you'll have a solid marketing system that's going to be bringing new clients and new leads around the clock into your coaching business. Okay, so first piece of this is grow, which remember is we need something that you can do on a consistent basis to bring new followers into your audience. In other words, to grow your audience day after day after day. Now on Instagram, there are 2 really good ways of doing this. The first is Reels, and the second is outreach. So Reels is probably one of the best ways to grow on Instagram. Instagram is focusing very heavily on promoting Reels. So you post and publish Reels on your profile. They're gonna get a lot of visibility across the platform, and they can be a really great way of bringing new people who might not know you into your audience. The most important thing with Reels is, number 1, they are engaging and that they keep people's attention. The Reels that are gonna keep people's attention for longer are the ones that Instagram is gonna be more likely to show to more people. So looking at, if you're creating Reels, how can I create Reels that keep people's attention glued to the screen for longer? Cutting out all the fluff, using things like captions, cutting in B-roll and making things engaging. There are lots of tools out there that you can use to do this. You can even hire like a video editor to help you with this. But making sure that you're doing your part to create Reels that are engaging, that people are gonna wanna watch and keep watching, that's super, super important. The better you get at doing that, the more views and visibility your Reels are gonna get. Also, super important that your Reels do a good job speaking to your niche and the particular person that you're trying to attract into your business. So it's very easy to start just creating Reels that are more general and more vague and could resonate with anyone, but really asking yourself, who is my ideal client? And how can I create Reels that really call that person out and speak to that person very specifically? So if you are gonna use Reels to grow your audience, I recommend at least 3 Reels a week. The more the merrier when it comes to content. So obviously the more content you publish, the more visibility you're gonna get across the platform. You can also reuse old Reels too, and just content in general. A lot of people don't do this enough. Like, we recycle probably 30 to 50% of our content. We just repost it again. So if you published a great Reel in the past, you don't feel like you need to create all original new content. You can definitely republish that Reel. And that can help just in terms of releasing some of the pressure in terms of you having to create all this new content. Now, the other great way to grow on Instagram is with outreach. You've probably gotten a million of these messages if you're on Instagram too. People DMing you or, commenting on your photos or your profile, people who don't know you, who maybe are coaches, who want to work with you. The reason why people do this is because it works. And regardless of what feelings you might have about outreach, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. The truth is, it can be a great way of growing your business and bringing new followers to you. So the key to doing this well is, number 1, you have to make sure to focus your outreach on people who are going to be in your niche. So you can search on Instagram for specific hashtags that are related to your niche. For example, if you're a health coach, you might look at, hashtag weight loss type stuff. I'm a business coach. I might be doing things like, coaching life, or hashtags that are going to be more related to other coaches. The key is to basically ask yourself, what hashtags are my ideal clients using? And how can I use that as a way of tapping into communities where those people are likely to be? So doing a little bit of hashtag research, you can just start typing hashtags into Instagram to help you with this, there are also lots of tools online, like hashtag research tools that you can use for free to help you with this. And narrowing down a list of maybe a dozen hashtags that you know are going to contain people in your niche, people who are posting using that hashtag. And so just searching those hashtags and then going in there, and you can start commenting on people's profiles or sending them DMs, and doing this on a regular and consistent basis. The key to outreach is it's a volume game. So you're gonna do a lot of comments, you're gonna send a lot of DMs, you're not gonna hear back from probably like 95% plus of people, and that's fine. You know, you're just planting seeds and you're building those relationships. This is, by the way, what I did in my coaching business the first like 6 to 9 months on Facebook, a little bit of a different platform, but I scaled to 5, 10K a month in the early days as a coach, just doing outreach. So I was sending messages on Facebook Messenger every single day and just engaging with people. And it's a little bit of a grind. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like a super fun process, but it's a great way of just connecting with more people who are gonna check out your profile, who are gonna follow you, and who are gonna engage with you over time. Now, if you're looking for more of like a structured approach, a roadmap to follow to be able to do outreach, there's a strategy called the $80 strategy. I think it was popularized by Gary Vaynerchuk. You can check this out. I've linked down in the description below to this, and this will walk through basically a more formal process for how to do outreach, and it can be really super helpful to just follow this as a guide, you know, as you're doing outreach on a daily basis. So check that out in the description below if you want to learn more about that. The most important thing with outreach is just consistency, and just that you do it on a daily basis. And it doesn't, you know, feel fun, and it's not exciting, and, you know, you're gonna feel like you don't want to do it, but just blocking off like an hour a day on your calendar to do something like this, you'll be amazed at what happens over time. Now, as we're going through all these steps to success on Instagram, super important that you also have some of the back end in your coaching business in place. You got to have a really good offer. You got to know how to sell so that when people do start reaching out to you, you know what to say and how to lead them through that conversation. So if you're looking for more clarity on some of those other steps that we're not going to be covering in this video to help you sign 2, 3, 4, or more high-paying coaching clients month after month consistently, I put together a free client attraction guide that you're definitely going to want to check out too, that walks through so much of my best advice in this area. You can get it completely free. All you got to do is click the link above or in the description below to go download that right now. Okay, so once we have that piece in place in your business, that grow piece, you've got something that you're doing on a daily basis, ideally a combination of things like outreach and content to draw people in. You've got an engine in your business working to deliver new people to you and bring new people into your audience. And you should start to see that your followers are growing. More and more people are starting to pay attention to you. But just like you wouldn't go out on a first date and have a really nice time with someone and at the end of the date say, hey, do you want to get married? Most people are not just gonna like see a reel of yours and then be like, wow, this person's awesome. Let me like book a call with them and sign up for their program. This warming up process, what we call nurture, which is step 2 of this 3-step process, is really important when it comes to getting clients on Instagram. So you need a way that you can warm people in your audience up over time and start to position yourself as someone that they're gonna wanna hire. The absolute best way to do this is through content. And so this is where the content that you post on your profile can do a really good job at this. So I wanna walk through some of the keys to success in this area next. So one thing I love for nurturing people in your audience is using stories. Stories are a great way to connect with people who are already following you. Those are primarily the people who are going to be watching your stories. I consider stories like a great way of communicating with someone who might have kind of already gone on that like first date with you, but they're wanting to warm up a little bit more. And so you can start to show up on stories and share things that are going to be relevant to people who are in your audience. The other way that you can do this really well is by showing up on live. Whenever you go live on your profile, there's something that happens through long form content that is different than what happens through shorter form content, like little posts or stories or things like that. When someone watches like a video like this, when they're hanging out, they're watching like 15, 20 minutes of you plus, there's a depth of connection that's possible through that engagement that would take a lot more time to form if someone was just watching like a short piece of content of yours or a reel. So lives are a great way to create more depth in your marketing and to start to warm people up much faster. So I recommend going live at least once a week to your profile, and you can do like a mini training or just, honestly, lifestyle stuff works really well. Like here's what I'm doing. I make it relevant to your audience and your niche too. But you can, come up with all sorts of tie-ins. If you're a health coach, you could, just showcase like, here's what I'm making for lunch. And here's some of the tips to success when it comes to your diet. And it can be really casual as you're like making lunch. Like stuff like that can work really well because it lets someone into your life as well as frames and positions you as an expert. So that brings me to the next question you might be asking, which is, okay, well, what do I put in all this content? I know I need to nurture people, but what's the best content to create? How do I warm people up to me so that they're gonna wanna work with me? And there's a lot to this. We cover a lot of the details on how to do this inside our foundation program, Coaching Launchpad, which is really a roadmap for early stage coaches to help them launch and grow their business and get more clients consistently. You wanna check out the details on that. We do have a link below to our website and application. But that being said, I have this phrase that I teach all of our clients to help them orient around what they need to be doing with their content. And that is to think of your content as helping to position you as a likable expert. And there are two parts to that. There's the likable part and the expert part. Now, the likable part is someone has to see your content and feel like, I like you. I feel connected to you on a human level. I feel like you're someone who I resonate with, who I share values with, who is kind of like me, who is vulnerable and feels like a real human being, someone I'm actually gonna wanna work with because I could just see myself like hanging out with you. So how do you do this? Well, you show people who you are. You talk about your personal life. If you have kids, some of your content should be showing us your kids and your lives, like showing people, where you live and who you are, and maybe even letting us into some vulnerability. If you're a health coach, talking about maybe the last couple of days you fell off the wagon a little bit on your diet or something like that. Like let us into that. When you share those stories and authentically express like who you are through your content, people are gonna feel connected to you. A lot of this is also about dialing up the things that make you most unique. And some of those things are gonna be polarizing. Like when you talk about things like I talk about being spiritual or being heart-centered or some of my values or beliefs around certain things, there are gonna be certain people who hear those things and go, oh, this guy is not for me. And that's great because there are gonna be other people who hear those things and go, wow, Jason's just like me. And now they feel even closer and more connected. So don't be afraid of being polarizing through your content. And when you can do this well, you can show people who you are. You're gonna build that likability. So people see what you do and they go, wow, like this person's awesome. I really like them. That being said, someone liking you is not enough to get them to the place where they're like, I wanna hire you and spend thousands of dollars working with you. So there's another key piece to this, which is that expert piece of the likable expert, which is someone needs to see your content and go, wow, like you are an expert at this very specific thing that I need help with. And I feel like hiring you is gonna help me get from where I am today to where I wanna be. So how do you do this? Well, you can share testimonials, you can share your own transformation, your own story. Like a lot of coaches I work with who are maybe in the earlier days, they don't have a lot of clients yet. They're like, well, I don't have a bunch of testimonials. I'm like, great, that's totally fine. You do have your own story. So if you're a health coach who is helping people lose weight and you've been on your own weight loss journey, talk about it and show me where you were 5 years ago and where you are today. Or if you're a business coach that's helping people grow their businesses, talk to me about where things were before you figured things out and before you developed all these strategies that you now teach your clients. So bringing me into that transformation, your own transformation, can be a really powerful way of positioning you as an expert. Also teaching, educating, adding value. Videos like these. If you're watching this, you're probably like, wow, this guy really knows his stuff when it comes to marketing and helping coaches get clients. So just being able to share your expertise through your content can be a great way of positioning you as an expert. And when you do a good job at this, you balance those two wings, the likable wing and the expert wing. Someone sees your content and they start to go, wow, like this person is someone that I like, I feel connected with on a human level, and this person is someone that I really want to hire because I see that they can help me. And this is the key to effective content. So in terms of applying this on Instagram, the biggest key to success is that you just show up and create content consistently. This can be through your stories, this can be through posts. I recommend at least one piece of content a day and going live once a week. I think that's a great place to start, and you can always build on that over time. And remember, a lot of your content can be recycled and repurposed too. So it doesn't all have to be brand new content. You can, recycle stuff that you've posted in the past, which can help, take off some of the pressure. Okay, so if you're doing a good job at nurture, step 2, we've got these 2 keys in place now. You've got grow, so you've got new people coming into your audience, and you've got nurture, you're warming people up. The next thing is, how do you get those people who are warm to reach out to you to want to work with you? Well, the best way to do that is to ask them to do it, is to make what I call an invitation. And this is step 3. I think of invitations like laying out the red carpet for the people in your audience who are ready to take that next step, whether that's to schedule a call, whether that's to sign up for one of your programs, whether that's to work with you. What do they do next? People aren't going to know unless you tell them. And so step 3 is really about making those invitations and having that baked in consistently to how you're showing up online. People are not going to take those next steps until you tell them to. And this is a big mistake that I see with a lot of coaches. They're like, why am I not getting clients on Instagram? I'm like, well, do people even know that you're a coach? Do they know that you have offers? Do they know what to do next, where to go if they want to apply to work with you? Really talking about those things consistently and not being afraid to. I think the biggest thing that holds people back in this area, and I've worked with a lot of clients on helping them overcome some of the resistance they feel around making these invitations, people are afraid to come off as salesy. It's like, I don't want to come off as pushy. I don't want people to be turned off. I don't want people to feel like I'm selling all the time. Here's the truth. If you really care about helping your people, you're going to want to show up and sell because you have something so important to give. You have medicine that can really help someone. And so if someone else out there needs your help, it's of service to them to raise a flag and say, here's where to go next if you want to take that next step. It's not about you primarily getting a client. Of course, there's a piece of that. We want to get clients, but really this is more about service. This is about you showing up with something to give. And the more grounded you are in that place where it's I'm here to give. My coaching business is an act of service. It's not about me, it's about you. If I was recording this video and saying, how do I just get clients in this video? It'd be a very different video. But I'm showing up with the energy of I've got something really important to share with you that can really help you. And so that energy makes it much easier to show up and make invitations. And the more grounded you are in that place, the easier it is to actually show up and consistently sell and tell the world about what you do. So biggest key to success here is consistency. Now, when it comes to making these invitations, where do you make them? You can make them everywhere. You can make them in your stories. You can make them at the ends of your lives. It's similar to what I shared earlier on in our video where we were talking about the client attraction guide. So I might say something like, hey, if you're watching this and you're a coach who wants to get on track to signing 2, 3, 4 or more high-paying coaching clients month after month, and you want to know how to do that, I put together this awesome free client attraction guide. You can get it completely free. All you got to do is click the link above or in the description down below and download it right now. So what did I do in that invitation? Well, number 1, I was very clear about who this is for. So if you're a coach who wants XYZ, and I also framed it in a very benefit-focused way. So it wasn't come join my coaching program where I'm gonna teach you about this. It's hey, if you want 2 to 4 clients per month, this is a path to get there. I see a lot of coaches who make invitations, they focus completely on themselves. It's here's my coaching program, and here's why I'm so excited about this. But remember, your potential clients don't care about any of that. What they care about is what's in it for them. How is this thing going to help them get closer to their goals? So framing something more focused on that outcome and that benefit and that result for them, and also having a very clear next step. So telling them exactly what to do. So in my case, it was click the link above or down below to go download that right now. You're not leaving people guessing. So maybe that on Instagram is DM me the word clients or DM me the word health. I like DM me invitations on Instagram rather than sending somebody to a link in your bio and then they got to go, take a number of next steps. The best thing to do is to remove all of that friction to make it easy for people to take that next step. And it's really easy for somebody to DM you on Instagram, which is why DM me invitations work really well. Integrating those invitations, showing up in your content, your stories, your lives, doing that consistently and not being afraid of selling, but really looking at it as an act of service is going to be the key to laying out that red carpet and bringing that consistent flow of new leads and ultimately clients to you. So these 3 keys to success, grow, nurture, and invite, are the keys to getting high-paying coaching clients on Instagram. And if you can integrate one thing in each of these areas and show up consistently over the long term, you're gonna have no trouble getting high-paying clients on repeat month after month into your coaching business. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but marketing on Instagram is one step to success when it comes to getting clients. You also have to have a really good offer. You have to know what to say when you get on a call with someone. How do you actually sell to them? And so there are a number of other key things you gotta have in place in your business. And if you wanna know how to dial those in as well, so you've got everything you need to sign clients consistently, I put together a free client attraction guide that walks through so much of my best advice in this area. Again, you can get this completely free. Just click the link above or in the description down below to go download it right now. And if you love this video, you're definitely gonna love that one too. So click the link on the screen to go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.